Okay, welcome guys to my channel for another relationship series, and today we have two special guests with...
Hi, I'm Nelly.
Hi, I'm Pia.
Woo! Okay.
Yeah, I always bring the energy, so you know me guys, come on. Yeah.
So yeah, we have a special topic. A very interesting one.
Very interesting, isn't
Definitely.
it? And this is something that we decided we need to talk about it, get a video out there. So hopefully you guys enjoy it.
So what is the topic about?
Well, should I introduce it since I created it?
Yeah. You created it.
Yeah, I created it. So basically, I was just at home the other day and I was just like laying in bed like I always do, and I just kind of thought about, exes, like should you actually get back with your ex or not? And then I thought about actually getting back with your ex, and it's like, nah, it just doesn't feel good. It just doesn't feel right. It's not like fresh or new. So I thought about, if you want to get back with your ex, it's kind of like eating something. Then I thought of, what was it like? And then I thought of, I don't know why, I thought of junk food. Then I thought of McDonald's. Then it just came to my head. Getting back with your ex is like reheating McDonald's in the microwave.
Nice.
It just came out like that. I said it once and I said, that's it. So I typed it down. I edited the words. I put it with a picture together, and I just made it and I sent it out to my friends, and everyone was in bits. It was crazy. It was crazy. Like when I sent it to these guys were like laughing all the way. So it made people want to actually stop and think about it. Wait a minute, should you actually get back with your ex or not? Very interesting topic. What do you think, guys?
Definitely. I think for me, it's a big no-no.
Okay.
I think in the past for me, there's probably been about 2 exes who have tried to come back, and it was just one of those cases where, because of the frame of mind I was in, and I wasn't really a practicing Christian as I am now, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's great, they want to come back, it means like we can start again, and I've grown up, that means they've grown up, and all that kind of stuff, but it's not always the same, and it actually brings more negative back into your life, and it's down to you as an individual to decide whether you want that energy back in or not. So it's definitely a big no. I've definitely learned my lessons from that.
Angel, what do you think?
From my experience personally, I would say no, but
you as well. So I've got 3 no's. So
but I'm gonna say why, because of my experience. I went back to one of my ex, unfortunately, and you still have this backlash, on and off. So obviously, but one thing you need to know why you're breaking up that person, because there's so many reasons. If it's a mutual agreement, fine, you can probably keep yourself friend, but if it's like probably another reason, I don't know, cheating or whatever, that's a no.
Number
but
one.
I understand sometimes women, we get very emotional. I don't want to lose him. Am I gonna find somebody else again? Am I gonna be in love again?
That's
all these kind of things, But that's why when you break up, take your time to heal yourself as a person and work on yourself. Don't just jump suddenly to somebody else because it's a tough, definitely,
And just on that, actually, I think a lot of people are scared of having a single season after a breakup. They're so eager to have like another person to show them that love and care that they would have embraced in a relationship. So I definitely embrace a single season because it's time to actually get to know yourself a bit better. What could you have learned from those relationships? What can you do better? And it's not just always on that person as well, it's also looking at yourself. I think that's the hardest thing people find, looking internally at themselves and what issues they cause as well, what arguments they cause, how are you behaving towards that other person. And it's just one of those things that you do have to take a step back and go, actually, let me look at this from their perspective, because I may have been behaving in a way that I wasn't seeing was bad at the time, but then looking back, if I saw someone else acting like that, I'd probably step in and go, whoa, what are you doing? Like, why are you behaving like that?
That's true. For me personally, I think getting back with your ex is such a divided conversation. I know you people say no, and I'll say no as well, but we have to look at the other side, like why maybe you should get back with your ex. A lot of people try to get back with their ex because, like we all say, you may not find that one person that will love you the way that person loves you. They may not care about you like nobody else does. Nobody gives you that feeling that person gives you. And when you start to reflect on it and think about it, and especially when you go out dating, now we know how hard dating is now. It's very hard to find someone that's truthful and loyal to you. And when you struggle so hard to find that one person, you start to think about maybe it was a bad idea to break up with my ex. Maybe I had it good. And that's what they say. Maybe sometimes some people, they don't miss you. Like they miss you when they can't replace you.
Yeah.
When they fail to replace you, that's when they start to miss you. Oh, I should have been with her. Oh, I should have been loyal. Why didn't I break up? Blah 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 blah. All of these feelings are coming out and coming out. Then you start to, and then one night maybe you send the text, they send the text. Hey, how you doing? I'm okay. How have you been? I've been okay. Then you start to reminisce about old feelings and things you used to do, and then that point comes. Would you like to get together, talk sometime? And one of them will say yes, and then maybe the other person might say no, but it starts up that conversation. Why did we break up? And then you start to talk about it. Then I know a lot of couples, they try so hard to come back together, but there's always that one thing that they always said, this is the reason why I broke up with you.
Yeah.
That will always come back, no matter what you do. Even if you have like great sex and everything, this is the reason why I broke up with you.
For an experience, if you're in your 20s, you know, I would advise you just enjoy your life. Don't focus on one person. I know it's gonna be hard, probably your first love and everything, you know, but have that experience of dating, you know, somebody else, you know, from, you know, it will, and as well for you, you're gonna grow up, you know, learn some new things, you know. So me, I'm talking from experience. So,
Yeah.
I think from my experience, so at the beginning of the year actually, an ex of mine from about 3 years ago got in touch by Snapchat, really randomly, because I was like, I don't have his number, you have mine. And it wasn't a terrible breakup, we just kind of stopped communication, like the communication just broke away. So I was really shocked and surprised, like he got in touch, because I was like, Snapchat, what things are and it's all, you know, Snapchat tells you like if someone's added you by like contact or like by searching for you, and it was by contact, so I was like, he's still got my number, so I was a bit like shocked by that. And we started talking, and obviously all those feelings started coming back, and I was like getting way ahead of myself, like, oh, maybe this is a potential to
there you go.
Go and meet up and potentially start something again. Before I did anything, I spoke to one of my friends, and I was just like, oh my gosh, he's got in contact, blah blah. And she was like, she sent me a really long voice note, but long story short, she was basically saying like, as long as I've known you, and as long as I've been reading your blog and all that stuff, it seems like a few guys always seem to come back. And I was like, yeah, that's true. And I was like, oh yeah, that's a good thing, potentially. And then she was like, just leave it alone, because if it was meant to be, and if you guys were meant to be together, you would have been ready at the time that being together. And when she said that, I was like, that puts it in so much more perspective, because I was ready to be like, oh my gosh, let's meet up, and blah, blah, blah.
That's it.
And I had to stop myself after I heard that, because I was like, I don't want to go back to how it was, because I'm reminiscing about things that happened 3 years ago. I've changed as a person, he's potentially changed as a person. But I was reflecting back on how things were 3 years ago.
But men are very smart, you know, when it comes to that, like getting you feeling, you know, remember you. But I don't know, what do you think why men keep some of their exes, like, and then suddenly after 1 or 2 months you show up and then, oh hi, trying
It's like they have a radar, like, oh, she's either single, she's happy in a relationship, let's get in touch. And even with this ex, like it's really sporadic. Like I don't message him at all now, but it would be like once a month he would just pop up and be like, oi, and I'm like, and I just said to him like, look, are we gonna chat, or are we gonna be friends? If not, just leave it.
With most men, they like to keep like this kind of circle of women around. In case shit happens, in case something happens, so they keep a circle around them. They never know what will happen one day. Hey, maybe one day, you know,
is that all men?
Might be. Well, I'll talk about all men. Okay. Some men they like to do that, but listen, some men, you know, maybe sometimes, they broke up with somebody. Maybe they want to chat to somebody about it, or maybe they're going to another part of the city, maybe of the UK. Oh, I remember that girl. She used to live there. Let me chat her up. Is she around? Hey, how you doing? I'm around town. I'm around town. Do you mind if we meet up? Oh yeah, sure. They like to keep that circle around them all the time.
But what do you get as a man? Because you don't grow up.
A lot of men, they just gain it because they look at their phone. They go, yeah, I got this chick, I got that chick, I got that chick. They like chick.
Because
they like
this is what
options.
is happening.
Men like options all the time.
I think this is what is happening when, you know, you are looking for a long-term relationship. Some men, you are struggling now to get that right woman. Because you mess up with that good woman you have, and then for X, Y, you break up with her, and then you come back to her, you actually lose that good woman who was meant probably to be with you for the rest of your life. And that's where I'm trying to always understand, when you guys are you going to be, you know, mature enough.
Like we said, it's maturity. A lot of men, they mature very, very slow. Some men, which is true, some men takes time. Some men, okay, let's say men in their 20s, they will never mature. They will always be that young, go out, meet this chick, I bang that chick, I bang that chick. Oh, hey, look at this chick, man, she sent me a video. That's how men are. They like to, you know, braggadocious about each other, about who's sleeping with who's sleeping with. It's only when they get to a certain age, and this is the most important thing, when they start seeing their peers around them settling down. Wife and kids. I know, but that is true.
And it's I've noticed it's a lot of people probably around my age that are starting to do like this whole not rushing, because some of them have been together with their partners for many years, and kudos to them. But then there's people that literally just find the next person that gives them that attention. It's all rush before you know it, they're like engaged in like 3 months, married by the end of the year, and then it's like,
you know, why?
I don't know what the statistic percentage is, but they say like the rate of divorces is so high because a lot of people are rushing to get married to people that they haven't really gotten to know.
Exactly, and that's pressure from not only their peers but also their family. They might have their mother going on, hey, why are you not married? You know, you whatever, you're 30 years old. You know, we're our grandchildren, we're our kids. How come you're not married? Why are you not settling down? Why are you going out all the time? You know, with the yo-yo boys and yo-yo girls. Come on. And now when we get that pressure from family, you know, grandmas and grandfathers and uncles, and we have brothers and sisters around us that are settling down, you start to look at yourself, wow, why am I not settling down?
But then I think it's also down to the individual to say to family, like, look, I really want to take my time, I don't want to end up with someone that may be wrong, and then we end up with kids, and then we've got that tie together if things don't work. And don't get me wrong, kids are blessing, of course they are, but then you don't want to have to feel like you have to stick with this person because you've got kids, or you have to separate but then think about the kids as well. So it's a lot of things that you have to take into consideration. I think family would probably understand more if you're telling them, because everyone gets, you go to family parties, oh, when will you marry? And it's like, luckily enough, like my mom and dad have never been like that in terms of pressure and stuff like that. But I know my friends, they sometimes get it, and it's one of those things where I say, look, just tell them like, you're taking your time, you want to end up with someone that you really do love and know that you have a potential future with. So. But
I know with certain women, and you can tell me if I'm true or not, when women go to the weddings and they're, you know, what are they? Okay, the bride, what's the other one? What do they call them? The maid of honor or whatever. It's like, oh my god, when is it going to be my turn? When is it going to be? That's why you see a lot of girls with the bouquet get thrown out. Oh, I want to catch up with the bouquet. And then they're going to be, what's it called? Like the bride, okay, the bridesmaid. Okay, what do they call it? That old slogan? Always a bride, never the bridesmaid. A lot of women go for that. Again, they go to another wedding as the bridesmaid. The bridesmaid. When it's going to be my turn.
And I get it. It's when you're in that environment where you see
have that pressure. I think the pressure is more on women than men.
Because men can get married at 50 years old.
It doesn't matter. We can get married anytime. It's cool, you know. But women, you know, from that, I would say, what is it, 20 to what, 40? That 20-year period. You wanna. At least you want to settle down with family between that 20-year period.
It starts from when you get close to your 30s.
Yeah, that's when, before you're 40, you want to settle down with kids. By then, at least married and all that. So most people, when they get close to that age, it's like rushing. Oh shit, what am I gonna do? I haven't met anybody. Let me find the next, good person. Okay, he's okay. He's got a job and everything. Let me just settle down and get married. And that's why they rush into it. And this is a true story right here. There's certain families out there that they have a husband and wife with like 3 or 4 kids. The husband has to work so hard, let's say 7 days a week, to provide for the wife and kids. And the husband, because they've got so much pressure and the marriage and the kids, the husband's not there for the wife. And it comes to a point where the wife feels lonely. She's not getting that attention from her husband. And the wife, because she has all these kids under her head every single day, she gets so stressed out. She hasn't got no attention from her man. Some women, not all of them, some women, they seek maybe something to excite them, because all they got is this like marriage that's just pressure every day, looking after kids.
But that's the same with men.
Yeah.
Men as well. You get pressure at work.
Exactly.
Oh, I'll just sleep with my secretary or my close colleague who I'm working late with. So it's a two-way thing.
Yes, exactly. Because you ain't getting that time with your partner, because you're just working all the time.
That's why you plan everything. You know, like your friend, like she have 3 kids. You know, and then now your husband doesn't give you time. So why did they not plan all that? Because
they rush into it. Exactly. They said we need to get married, we need to do this, that, and this is what I heard this before on a song. It's called "There's some men that they are a good father but a bad husband," and it's true. That you can be a good father to your kids, look after your family, work hard, pay the bills, you know, electricity, mortgage, rent, everything. But if you don't have that little bit of time with your woman, you know, spend time with her, show her that you care, you know, it will start to, you know, just break up, and before you know it, you've broken up, and then you what? A divorce, and you end up, hey, it's your ex again. And then that feeling of, oh, it's my wife, we're exes, you want to get back with her because she's your ex, you know. You feel like you built something together and it just fall apart, and that's what we're talking about right here. You know, should you get back with your ex? Of a long relationship, it's always going to be hard because you've built that trust over many years. You know, 6 months, couple months, you've been dating someone, and you break up with them, it's alright.
But you know the red flag. You have to notice the red flag before. But we women and something we kind of
want to brush it under the carpet.
You think your man is gonna change, you know, he's not gonna change, he's just showing his true color.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's true.
But I think, well, I don't know, in my circle of friends, I think we definitely found that we're taking our time when it comes to finding a partner, and it's more because we're so focused on our careers and actually want to do things ourselves before inviting someone into our lives. So when it comes to a case of the ex, it's definitely, it is tempting, and it is where you go, oh, do you know what, I can't even have time today, and this person is coming back, so why not? But then again, like I said, it's just about thinking like where you are at in life, how you're feeling about yourself. If you're not confident in yourself to feel like, oh, actually I can find someone that is good for me, then yeah, you are going to go, oh, well, I know we had a few red, like you said, a few red flags, and things were good, but there was more bad than good, and you know that, but you're still considering getting back to the ex. That's a major big issue with yourself internally, because you're going, oh, it's fine, I'll just settle, it's fine, because that person is there. But then again, it's about reflecting back on what they were like, what you were like at the time you both been in a relationship, and if things have changed. I'm not saying don't meet up and have a chat and see how each other are doing, but again, that's also inviting them to think, oh yeah, I've got a chance.
Exactly. A lot of them, they get excited. Once that first message comes in and then should we meet up, a lot of them get so excited, like, I'm gonna get back with my ex, we're gonna build our relationship together, it's gonna be good again. But like I said, everything that was good back then, it's not gonna be new now. And that's the whole point of the meme that I created with McDonald's. It's good when you first eat it and all that, but once you put it in the fridge for a couple of days and you wanna reheat it and eat it, it don't taste the same. It don't taste the same, let me tell you. There's nothing more better than going into the kitchen, getting yourself a nice brown pot, some fresh rice, chop up some potatoes, you know, onions, mix it up, take your time, heat it up, let it simmer. That fresh pepper smell, you know, seasoning, let it, and then you lay it down, you know, it's all nice, ready for you to eat. It feels good when you get some, you know, fresh, good food inside you. It feels good.
Yeah, just love them.
You know?
Now, I'm sorry, for me, because I have to deal with recently, one man's come back after he got married.
Wait, he's still married?
Yeah, he's still married, but the wife is abroad.
Wow. So, we all know that story.
So, you know, he did not get that no answer for, you know, he was thinking of yes. So at the point I have to threaten him by saying, okay, I'm going to call the police on you, and then block him. You know, there's some men, they don't take no for an answer.
And that's a scary thought. That men
I just have to block him.
Yeah, some men, I won't lie, some men are just dogs. They will always be like that. They always want 1, 2, 3 women. They don't just, it's like, I don't know, it's like this player mentality. Yeah, some of them are not happy with themselves. And they're just, you know, they're just like that 1, 2, 3 women where they can just, you know, roll out, or I'm going up north today, or let me hit that girl like Keisha. Okay, are you about? Oh, okay, calm down. So that's what some men are just like that. Just like that, how many girls can bang on it like in a week and all that kind of thing. So that's what I'm saying, maturity again. Most men, they just don't know how to mature until someone walks up to them one day, maybe an older male friend, and tells them, listen, you've been fucking up for a long time now. You need to slow your roll, set yourself down, get yourself a wife, kids, and just live a good life. Stop this, man. It's not working for you. Look where you are. And how old are you? 35, 40 years old, still single. Come on, bro.
That's the thing, I don't think guys think of things like that. Like, they're like, oh, I'm getting to my 40s, I need to settle down.
Yeah.
Like, they'll see their guys
They're thinking
get
of
married and stuff, and they'll be
They're
happy.
thinking of
But,
money.
and just having fun. And,
But they don't understand that you can have a woman can stand by you and make you, you know, we're all looking at Michelle Obama, how she make, you know, Barack Obama, and then she become the first lady, you see. So there's some men that don't see the bigger picture, that, you know, in your beginning, appreciate that woman standing by you.
Let me tell you something, a lot of men are afraid. The biggest reason they're afraid, okay, you meet a girl you like, yeah? You want to settle down with her and get married, yeah? That comes with so many, not just like, how do I say this? Like relationship, it's a business relationship. Once you have a partner, it's not just a relationship partnership, it's a business partnership. So their finances come into play. And if you've got savings and they've got savings, you'll put your savings together. You save for a mortgage, house, car, and let's say one day you get a divorce, yeah? Mortgage, house, car, kids goes to the woman, man end up nothing, zero. And they end up living in a 1-bedroom house by themselves.
That's not everyone though. I think it's
for that house,
and that's why people need to talk about these things before they get married. Like, you need to know each other on good finance. You need to know like where you guys are gonna live.
Exactly. Where you gonna live? Yeah, it's true.
All that kind of stuff. Like, and it's not. And I think a lot of people are so more excited about the whole wedding aspect that they forget about there's marriage after that. They need to nurture and grow it as well. So I think it is one of those things that you do need to sit down. And I think people are still fearful of talking about money, and it's like,
you should talk about it.
Finances, like, I'm not, like, if someone asks me what my salary is, if I feel comfortable enough to tell them, I'm going to tell them that, because if it's someone that I see I could potentially have a future with or whatever, and we're looking at those kind of things, I'm going to be like, right, so how are we going to do this?
Exactly, how much you make,
but then it's like, it is that coming together, and I think so everyone's so focused on like, let's just get the venue and this, but then when everyone's left, it's just you two left, so focus on your marriage, and you are a one as one, so it's focusing on that and how you two are going to work and how you two are going to, you know, think things like, are we going to travel together before kids come, are we going to have kids after 1 year after marriage, or is it straight away, all that kind of thing, because if you don't align yourselves on certain things like that, then you're not going to move forward, and it's only going to take a couple of years before things start falling apart and red flags start coming, which you should have resolved before you even got to that stage anyway.
And that's why a lot of people, they do a prenup. Simple.
But prenups aren't legal here.
Yeah, I know.
Only in the US.
Well, some people want to do a prenup.
I mean, you can do a contract.
You know, I'll take what I have and you take ours. We go our separate ways.
Prenups do not work here.
If you go for prenup, most men are like, boy, you know, because listen, the biggest fear for a lot of men, let's say, okay, they get a divorce, they have to pay for their house and the car, another man rolling in that house, sleeping with their wife, being a father to their kids, rolling around in their car that they paid for.
Then they should have been
No. So some of the divorce, like I told you before, some of the divorce happening, the man is not there. He works too hard. He's not there.
But then it's down
he works all the time.
Then it's down to the wife to say something like, look, you are working too hard. I get you want to provide for the family, but let's spend some time together. Let's
you know,
holiday together. Leave the kids with grandma, whoever it is, and let's just get back to basics.
Talk. I think
and
talking
that's
is
the thing.
important.
Communication is the number one thing that's so important that everyone says it's so important in relationships, but a lot of people fail at.
Exactly. Most people want to talk to somebody else about a relationship instead of talking to their partner about a relationship. You know, your partner's the most important person in your relationship. She's the one you talk to all the time, or he's the one you talk to all the time about any worries or fears you have. Because they're the ones you can sit together, discuss it. Because, like I said, it's your business, it's your partnership, your business partnership, your relationship partnership. Together, you are, you know, partners 50-50. You know, it's not 60-40 or 70-31, 50-50. So you need to be in it all the way.
But I think as well, like, we women, we like to talk, so we do like to share things with our friends, and something I've learned in the past is that unless like my best friend knows, I know things about her, she knows things about me and stuff like that, so when it does come to relationships like entering, like if there are issues, I'll try and avoid telling her because I want to resolve it with the person first. Because it's so easy for friends to go, oh well, they did this and they're wrong and blah blah, because they haven't heard that person's side of the story, they're only hearing yours. And so it is one of those things where you have to go, actually, I'm not going to tell anyone about this. I'm going to talk to this person who's in this with me about how we can resolve it. And then if they're still not seeing eye to eye, I think it's one of those cases where someone even suggested like getting someone that's neutral or is a mutual friend for both of you to kind of sit and mediate and have a discussion. So then it doesn't turn into an argument, it doesn't get too heated and all that kind of stuff where you're just throwing abuse at each other. It's more discussion and then seeing how you can plan forward and see what the issues are and how you can resolve it together. Because it's so easy for people to just go, like my friend, yeah, she's acting like this, blah blah, but they're not seeing how she's been acting. They're only going by what you're telling them. So it's all about perspective. It is all about communication and making sure that you guys do know how to communicate, because everyone has different ways of communicating. Some people love phone calls, some people don't. Some people like writing, some people, all that kind of stuff. So it's about finding out how each other like to communicate, and I think that's why I love the book 5 Love Languages, whatever it is, because it actually tells you what your best way of communicating is, and then how that person can learn how to communicate in your language as well.
Well, is there anything else we want to talk about? I think we really got a lot out of that, man. It was a great conversation.
So thank you for watching.
Yes.
And see you next time.
See you next time, guys. Thanks. Bye.